Hello, and welcome to Series 2 of Sex in Your 60s. And I am Robin Littlewood.
Hibbett Dayvault.
And our guest today is Dr. Saucillo, a world-renowned now doctor of regenerative medicine and longevity, and a close personal friend of mine. And he is flown all over the world to teach other doctors how to do aesthetics and stem cells and everything to do with regenerative medicine. And he's also a peptide expert. And we're very lucky to have him here today. So welcome, GR.
We're still learning, but I'm very happy to be here in this podcast.
Today we are talking about penises.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
it can sound very excited, but maybe it can be a little bit painful if we talk about the treatments, but it's not.
Well, it depends on the size of the penis. How painful it might be. Well, it's one of my favorite subjects. And
Me too.
Penises. Yeah. Penises. Everybody loves a good penis, right? Yes. So what do you do if your penis isn't that great?
First, we have to test you, because everything is related to the hormones, and we forget that hormones are normally working, and we go and test them. We see two different numbers, and it says, okay, I'm in the middle. It should be working everything, but we don't see the big picture. And the big picture, it has to be related to the emotions. It has to be related physical, like physiological things. Everything that you do, like be on in the perfect spot on your life, it's very important. Of course, if you are young, you can have sex everywhere at a certain time, but at the end, you have to be in the perfect shape. And when I'm talking about shape, it has to be spiritual, emotional, but in the physiological spot, it's very important to understand your hormones. The second one, how is the structure of your penis? And we are not talking about length and how thick it is. We are talking about your blood vessels, these tiny blood vessels. If you smoke, if you don't eat properly, you're going to start creating some calcifications in that blood vessels, so we don't allow to get the blood and have the big erection.
The big erection. That's the one we're looking for. So let's say, for example, that you're having trouble getting an erection, and you determine that it is in fact a physical problem.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the options if somebody came to see you? Where would you start with fixing that?
First, to do the medical history is very important, okay? Because maybe you are having issues with your sexual potency from the 20s, 30s, and you say, okay, that's my mojo about sex. But the reality, we have parameters to measure how's your sexual functions. Imagine, if you are sleeping, you should have from 2 or 3 erections at night, daily. So if you are not having that, that will be the first red flag. And if you came to the clinic, we are going to know more about your nutrition, your workout. If you don't work out, you don't create new blood vessels, and you're not gonna get that erection that you're looking for. And we have options with image. We can use an ultrasound and see all the length of the penis, and we can see the blood vessels, or if we have calcium deposits that doesn't allow to get the blood vessel, the blood flow there.
What might cause a calcium deposit? High blood pressure?
Smoking.
No smoking.
Okay. Your nutrition, for sure. Okay. Blood vessels, it has the same different organs and tissues that we have. They are having aging process, okay? And the blood vessels are the tiny ones are the most affected in everywhere. So every single part of our tissues, it has to be related. That's why we have options as bioregulators, peptides that can help with the blood flow.
Okay,
Okay.
so a bioregulator for the blood vessels would be Vesugin.
Mhm.
That would be the one. Good.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
that's a good one.
We're both taking that.
Great.
Well, I have a question is that,
Yeah.
being a yogi, we are very involved in the life force energy.
Of course.
Prana. How does that relate to an arousal and an erection?
If I think, and I'm going to be talking about my experience in the past, when you go to med school, they say, oh, the science is a fact. In fact, it's science. So we don't have options. But if you question all your formation about to be a doctor or maybe a nurse or something related to medicine, for me, it's very important.
Yes.
Everything is spiritual, emotional. Actually, I'm going to be doing a presentation and I'm talking about this typical pyramid about aging. And we talk about bone density, mass muscle, hormones, and everything that you know. You are very expert in this field. But we always forget the spiritual, the strange to say, okay, this is a decision. I want to change. I want to look healthy. I want to feel better. I want to be a porn star if you want to.
Everybody wants to be.
Not everybody.
I don't think so. but it's a good. Come on, everyone's sex. It's part of our lives.
Yes.
If you don't have sex, you have risk to develop new disease, and you have a lot, you can develop new disease too. So we have to be. It's a perfect. It's a perfect balance.
Yeah, if you have too much sex, you might get a disease also.
Yeah, like gonorrhea or and not talking about infections, it can be an inflammation of the prostate. So
Right.
we need to think about that.
Well, in traditional Chinese medicine, they work with the meridians.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There are none going through the penis.
There aren't?
I don't believe there are.
There are no meridians in a penis?
No.
None.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
It has to be like shiny, right?
Yeah. That's why I talk about life force energy. It has to go through the bloodstream. Then it's not going through the meridians.
Oh. Well,
So
why
it's more
would they, this seems like an oversight on the part of
The Chinese.
universal intelligence.
Yes, or
Well, the Chinese.
maybe they're just too modest to go, check down there. But it's, so the life force energy also moves through your bloodstream. And so
Okay.
circulation is key
Oh, okay.
for the
Oh, the key. Okay.
All right.
the erection.
And actually, circulation it's important for everything, for your aging in general.
Yeah.
You know? If you don't have perfect blood flow in your brain, you're gonna be like bad.
Yes.
It's the same with every single part. But penis, remember, that's the seed, one of the part of the seed of create a new baby, right? That's came all the sperm and the spermatozoids and goes, and it has, for me, this magical, we can say magical or energy, but science and biology, okay? It has to be perfect match. If we don't match, that's why when you are having a baby, they say, oh my God, I cannot get pregnant. Because every single part of the process, it has to be in the perfect timing.
Yes, it
Imagine
does
what it
actually. There's a
does.
lot of timing involved in that, isn't there?
Everything.
Yeah. I think, what's your window in there of when you're ovulating, right?
Yeah, it's
How many days
like
is that?
2
2 days. So
or 1.5. We don't know.
That's it.
Yeah,
So you got to hit it. You got to a day and a half.
that's why
Wow.
people that are it's difficult to get pregnant. They say, okay, let's do the work like every day.
Oh.
Taka, taka, taka. When they are in these treatments to stimulate the ovaries and everything and the eggs, they have to be like overstimulated and they have to do it more frequently. But at the end, with penises, for me, it's important. Okay, you have the medical history. After that, we test with the ultrasound to see how's the structure, and after that, sexual potency, it doesn't have to be related to something that it's not working structural or physiological. It can be on your brain too.
So what exactly? Everybody's running off to the regenerative medicine clinics here, and yours included.
Yeah.
And they're getting something called a pea shot.
The pea shot.
What is a pea? What exactly is? I know it's a shot that you get in your penis, but what is it? What is it exactly? Unless you're in it, then you don't need it. Thank God.
I don't like needles anyway.
It sounds painful, of course.
Fortunately, you
And
don't
that's-
need one.
Yeah, and that's a tricky area. Like you, when you go to the gynecologist, it's not a happy experience. It's
no,
not.
I've had
Very bad experience.
exosomes and injected, and that was pretty exciting. A
Yeah.
little too exciting.
But the pea shot, when everything starts, we have two different approach to do it. One, it's to stimulate and regenerate everything about your tissues and the blood flow. Okay. At the beginning, we used to start with the PRP. Okay, which is the platelets. Okay, plasma platelets. Okay, and we deliver in two different areas. One, it's in the cavernous body of the penis, and we inject it blinded. Okay, we inject it, and that's it.
You
And-
injected it blindly?
Blindly, we say like we are not seeing in real time with an ultrasound.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
That was like a fatal shot. Like
Just
Very modest doctor.
it was an educated guess. English is his second language.
yeah, it's my second language, of course.
It was a well-educated, very precise guess. Not a random poke at your penis. But ultrasound would be an even better idea.
Of course, because you're seeing everything in real time. And that was at the beginning, okay, with PRP. Now we have options. We have stem cells, we have exosomes. We combine it with some peptides, okay? And
Which
the
peptide?
PT141.
PT141?
And we can use
He knows that one.
Besugen. It can be one.
Vesugin?
Yeah, because it can be targeted, so it's good. And we use the ultrasound because we want to see the specific area with the needle and everything. It has to be deposited specifically, okay? And there's another pathway, and is related to the aesthetic of purposes, like from the penis. We use hyaluronic acid, the one that we use from the face, but it's a specific one for the penis to help with the thickness and the length.
Oh,
Okay.
it does.
Yeah.
You can. How long does that last?
2 centimeters. Mhm.
But how long does the effect last?
The effect, we are talking about 1 year, okay?
A year.
Because it's going to be observed.
Oh.
I don't recommend to do it like very frequently because it can create inflammation. We have to take a break about the tissue and the time of life of the product.
So you could get 2 more inches of length, and how much more on the girth?
1.
Wow.
1 inch.
That's
circumference.
substantial.
The circumference.
Well, I think the width would be more important because the nerve endings in the vagina are
Yeah.
more at the entrance. It's not at the bottom.
I would
of it,
prefer it to
for
be.
lack of a better word.
That would
The
be
end
my
of it,
preference.
Actually, that's a perfect sentence for me because people think that they have a penis like this. It's gonna be better, but maybe.
It's not. Trust me.
Do you want to tell the story?
That is like no.
The
That's
one
like, get out of town. I don't.
Hey, what's the thing?
No.
No.
Anybody out there who thinks you need a 12-inch penis,
Where do
we
you think
don't even want to talk to you.
this question?
No.
It came from me, but I'm curious because maybe when you go to a sex shop, you see penis from
Giant
your
penises.
height, like
Yeah.
this.
A 5 foot
Who
5
buys
penis.
this?
I don't know. Not me.
Of course not.
Yeah, I got enough problems.
To deal with the artificial penis.
No, I have to deal with anything that size. I mean, that'd be ridiculous. No, seriously, folks.
Are we getting serious?
We never
We're
get
talking
serious.
about penises. It's pretty hard. It's gonna get
Very
worse.
hard,
The next
yeah.
episode's about vaginas. It's gonna get
Because
worse.
we need to talk about like this, because if people
Okay,
are
This might, ladies, I don't know. This might just be me, but I would prefer to have something be a little bit wider in girth than longer in length. That would be my preference.
Yes.
So can you choose, or do you have to go kind of like
it's
bigger
not
all
like
around?
no. It's not like that you go and say, okay, I want this penis. It's not like this.
If only it were that easy.
No.
It's not like
I
breast
can't
implant.
watch it.
No.
That's what I would do. I want this penis.
It's
My
not
life
because
would have been so much easier.
because you have a structure, okay, and we work with that structure. If you have a small penis, it's going to increase a little bit. If you have a big one, be happy with that. You don't need
You're
to
trying
inject
to
it.
get it. You're trying to get it so there's some,
More thick, yeah,
so it's hard.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and that's it. But that's the structural part. the the crap. And the
Okay,
the
I'm
other.
sorry. We're serious. This is a serious
Oh,
episode.
we're serious already.
No, it's serious, but it has to be fun because it's not a good experience. Maybe if you have a needle there, so
No.
it has to be. And we have options also to do it without pain. We use a topical anesthetic. We use local anesthetic on the skin. That's a layer that it can be a little bit more painful. Or if you want, we have the option to do a conscious sedation, and you don't notice anything.
Right.
about that. So-
Well, one of my clients actually just did this procedure, and he said that it was painless.
yeah.
Yeah. So and there was no general anesthetic at
No,
all.
no,
It was
no.
just a local. So
Yeah, it can be local. It's very easy to do it. Yeah.
I didn't follow up to ask him how it's working. I should probably ask.
It takes
I should
time.
ask his girlfriend.
It takes a little bit time. We are talking about 4 to 6 weeks, okay? And we have to do changes in your life. It's not only to do the shot, but if you're still smoking, if you're still drinking alcohol, or having drugs, or maybe very bad nutrition, you are taking all that exercise
Wasting your
and
time.
wasting your time and money,
Yeah.
of course.
So him had a question about.
He wants to do it.
He wants you to solve an argument.
Rob and I had a conversation.
Uh-huh.
An argument.
It was an argument. It was a conversation.
A fight. A fight.
No.
A little, not
Okay.
a fight. Not a fight.
It was
but
a disagreement.
a
Okay.
disagreement.
Yes.
I love that word.
Yeah. How much of the penis is actually a muscle, and how much is it the organ?
A muscle, it's a very tiny part. It's only in the middle. And we have around that area, we have this, we said life buds, but it's specific in little chambers that receive the blood flow and increase the size. That's
So it's
very
like
easy.
compartments in a submarine.
Yeah, it's a small compartment like the submarine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Penises are like submarines. We're going to leave it there, I think. Submarine.
Yellow.
Yellow. If it's yellow,
That's not healthy.
Don't touch that fellow.
I love it. If it's yellow, don't touch that fella. And if it's red, don't get it into your
if it's
net.
red, if it's pink, and it
Um,
doesn't stink. Okay, this is devolving.
If it is white,
This is devolving. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk next week about
vaginas.
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 I think he says a vagina,
Oh, it's
but not a vagina. It's a vagina. A
vagina.
vagina. We're gonna talk about vaginas.
Vagina in
So,
Espanol.
vagina. So we'll talk. We'll see you next time. Bye.